the Delta Max. It's the portable power station, and this is it, right? So you have everything you need to charge your household appliances, and yes, it can even charge your refrigerator. Yes, it can charge your washer. This gives you the capability to charge up to 15 devices at once. And you have two options. Either you go with the portable power station on its own. That is the price you're seeing, $899.98. Or for $100 more, you go with the option that also includes a solar panel. And this is the option that most of our QVC customers do go with, because you then receive a way to be able to continuously have that charge. Because even in cloudy weather, even in cold weather, you can still be charging your EcoFlow with this solar panel. And we're going to talk about how it works and all the capabilities that are here. Either $899.98 for just the EcoFlow, or $100 more brings home the solar panel. I'll let you know right now on QVC.com, one solar panel that is actually less wattage than what you're getting for this one is $299. So for just $100 more to get this is really a great deal. We also do have our Q Card special financing available, and this is going to bring your payments down so you can take advantage of your Q Card special financing. And Fran, that's on, is it 18-month for this one? 12-month special finances that will break up your payments over the course of the next 12 months, even payments, and that's on your QVC Q Card, or easy pay on any major credit card, $180 for your EcoFlow on its own, or $200 on any major credit card with the solar panel. You're saving between $299 or $329. Oh, and by the way, we're going to pick up shipping and handling for you, so you don't have to worry. Free shipping and handling to bring this home. Now, I cannot do this on my own. Here to tell us so much more is the wonderful Craig Smith, who's here with us.
Hey, wonderful Craig Smith.
So good to see you. The wonderful Craig Smith with the wonderful EcoFlow, because I have to say, the EcoFlow is one of my favorite items to present, because I can just envision and imagine what happens, right? We've all been there. When the power goes out, when you're worried, what happens? What do I do? This, to me, it's as easy as when when your phone loses power, but then you're like, oh, but wait, I have my battery, my portable battery in my bag, and you pull it out and you plug your phone in. That's essentially what this is. It is a large battery, and it's just as easy as plugging your phone into one of those external batteries.
Yeah, this is very much like the whole house generator. The difference is that you don't have to worry about gas. You don't have to mix any oil. There's no pull start. There's no maintenance. There's no rolling it outside because, oh, I don't need the fumes coming inside. This can power so many of the devices that you have in your home. It's powering the refrigerator behind me right now. That's how big this battery pack is. We're making a cup of coffee. We're running the blender. We've got the Wi-Fi router going. We've got the lamp going. All those devices around your house, when you say, uh-oh, thermostat just went down, uh-oh, can't turn on the fan, can't do this, can't do that. This is going to be your best friend when that thunderstorm knocks out the power. When hurricane season comes rolling in, unfortunately it already started, but who knows when those storms are coming, when the blizzard happens in the winter, or just that random night that, uh-oh, why did the power go out? Now you're not guessing, now you're not worrying. You can plug all those great things in your house in, nice and simple, and get the power where you need it, when you need it.
So I want to talk about how it works, but first let's talk about EcoFlow, because I think that when we're purchasing something like this, we need to know it's going to be reliable. And EcoFlow, this is really kind of all they do. So we know we can really trust them.
Yeah, one of the great things about QVC is we get these amazing partnerships. We get some of the biggest brands in the world. When it comes to the portable power, this is the brand right here, EcoFlow. With that X-Boost technology, what that's all about is being able to throw the large amount of power at those devices that pull a lot of power out of your traditional outlets. Fast charging. This thing can go from completely dead up to 100% in 1.6 hours. It's portable, weighing in at 48 pounds with the handles built in, one on each side. No gas, no worry about fumes, so you can use this indoors. When your power goes out, take it outside, put it on the deck, take it camping, take it on that RV trip this summer. And by the way, it's running right now. Do you hear anything? No, you don't hear a darn thing. And that 2-year warranty on top of that EcoFlow started in 2017. They are now in over 100 countries with over 2 million customers, and they are transforming the way that we generate, store, and use power. And here's just a sampling of a couple of the things that we can power with our EcoFlow. By the way, 90+% of the devices that you have in your house, you can power. Things like a CPAP machine. You can't go a night without that if you lose power. How about powering your refrigerator, a hair dryer, an electric drill? Some of those things you think about, the stuff that pulls the most power out of your outlets at one time are things that generate heat, like the hair dryer, like the microwave oven. Those small little portable power packs, they don't have the power to do that. This EcoFlow does it with ease.
Wow, is that amazing?
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to take a little tour, but before we do that, already we have a lot of popularity with the solar panel option.
Not surprised.
That really truly is what the majority of our customers do end up going with. It's such a wonderful deal because for just $100 more, you do get the solar panel, and that means that yes, you're going to charge this up, you're going to be using this, but what if you have extended power outage? Then maybe you need to get it recharged so your solar panel can help you out in that situation.
Yeah, and by the way, you mentioned it earlier as well. Picking up the solar panel with us is only $100 more right now. You try to pick up the solar panel down the road, that can cost you $300 to $400 just for the solar panel itself. So
well, right now on
right
QVC.com, right now, a 110 watt, is it watt, 110 watt?
Yes, and that's about half the size of that one right there.
Yeah. So this one is is your
220, isn't it?
this one's 160.
160.
So
okay.
the 110 sells on QVC.com for $299. So just about $300. You're going to get you're going to get the 160 instead of the 110, and only for $100 extra. Yeah,
and there's putting it to use, by the way. It comes with the carabiner clips. The case that you carry it around with actually doubles as a stand for you. And on a nice sunny day, put your EcoFlow outside, plug it in. You mentioned those emergency situations. It's always great to use that solar panel. But for outdoorsy folks, you love being outside, you're in the RV, you're on that camping trip, or you're just sitting in your backyard. It's a great way to recharge your EcoFlow. And it doesn't cost you anything.
Right.
It's not going to jack up your electric bill. Use the power of the sun, stick it outside on that stand, and recharge your EcoFlow so easily.
Yes, Melissa was here previously when she and I were presenting this, and she said she knows people who simply recharge their EcoFlow and use it because it's cheaper than their electric bill.
Yes,
so they'll use the solar power, charge up their EcoFlow, and just use this to kind of power their devices in their home. And it's just going to be a better price.
Yeah.
If you do have an EcoFlow, or if you have questions for Craig, we're showing that Share Your Story number on the screen, 800-395-1601. So give us a call. Let us know your story with EcoFlow, or if you have particular questions, Craig, I'm sure, is happy to answer them for you.
That's why I'm here. There to have a little bit of fun as well. You mentioned having a tour, so we have the one sitting in front of me, but I want to dive over to the other ones. We have this one on a Lazy Susan, so we can kind of spin it around a little bit and show you all the ports. So you start taking a look at the front side here of your EcoFlow. One of the things I love, it has this nice little LCD screen right in the front. Great thing about that, you see exactly what's going on with your EcoFlow. Rachel, there are so many of those little electronic devices that we have that give you like 3 or 4 flashing dots for power.
I know.
Excuse me. I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Okay, I got 3 dots. I have 4 dots.
Right.
You know exactly what you have going on with your EcoFlow, because it'll tell you how much time you have left, how many watts are being used, how many watts are going in there when you do plug it in. Right now, we're at 99%, nothing plugged in, but you're good to go. And as we move down here...
And just look at that, 89 hours worth of power,
89 hours worth of power.
89 hours.
By the way, on a full charge, this will hold a charge for 6 months, too.
Great.
So
Okay.
you know, even if you're not using it, it's going to hold on to that power. 4 traditional USB ports, the 2 over here to the side, these are fast charge USBs. So I recommend using those first to charge things like your phone or your tablet. And then the newer USB down here. These are those USB-Cs. So if you're not using a USB-C to plug in your current phone or your current tablet, the next one you get, Rachel, it's going to have that plug. Yeah, so this is today technology, tomorrow technology. You got it all. This is the tech side. As I spin it around to the other side, this is where some more of the fun happens. So how about all those wall outlets you have in your house? We've got 6 of those on this side. 6 of those AC plugs. They're 3-prong. As I mentioned, 90+% of the devices that you have inside of your house, your refrigerator, your washing machines, anything that takes that traditional 2 or 3-prong plug, Three-prong plug, three-prong plug.
That's a tongue twister.
Plug goes into there on here as well. So we have the 6 USBs on the front, the 6 of these on the back, and then down below, we have a pair of 3-amp plugs and also a little 12-volt as well. So a whole variety of different things that you can plug into your EcoFlow, from recreational use to home use to outdoor use. You've got it all. Anywhere you don't have power, this is the device that'll give you that power. And I love the fact that it has the handle on either side, weighs in at 48 pounds. This gives you portability and flexibility. And when you do want to recharge, right here, open up the flap. That's where the AC plug goes. And we include your AC plug. If you want to plug it in while you're driving around the car, we include the 12-volt plug. This little orange piece here plugs into this side, and the solar panel would plug into here as well. So if you pick up the solar panel, you'll have 3 different ways to recharge your EcoFlow with ease. Just simply plug in the right connector, and you're off and running. Remarkably easy to use, unlike that home generator, where you're like, hold on, do I have fresh gas in there? Did I mix the right amount of oil? Do I got to pull that thing 5, 6, 7 times? None of that. All you have to do is plug things in and turn it on. It's that simple.
I think a big question that people have is, first of all, how long will it take to charge? And then secondly, how long can I use it? And I know that will depend on how much power we're using, but do we have any kind of specs on how long it will kind of run?
Sure. So this is a 1,600 watt-hour battery inside of here. That's what's powering it. So the way to recharge it from 0 to 100%, 1.6 hours.
1.6 hours?
1.6 hours. So there's that X-Boost technology built in with EcoFlow. It's fast charging as well, so it charges remarkably quickly. And as far as the actual usage, I pulled out a hairdryer here. And the reason I pulled out a hairdryer, how many times have you used a hairdryer in your house and you flipped the switch? Right?
Oh, all the time.
You lost the power in the bathroom. Why? Because these things pull out a heck of a lot of power. Anything that generates heat is going to need a lot of power. I'm going to plug this into the back of our EcoFlow here.
Okay.
And you talked about how much time of usage. You could see right here on the screen, on the front. Right now, we have absolutely no watts of power going out, nothing going in, all right? I turn this hairdryer on low, and you can see I start to have about 400 watts of output, meaning I could run this thing for about 2 hours. If you can't dry your hair in 2 hours, we got to have a different conversation. But turning it on high, watch these numbers jump up. That jumps up to over 1,640 watts of output power. So we could use this for 37 nonstop minutes if we were just using the hairdryer. Probably not going to be blow drying your hair when you lose power, but that gives you an idea. You know exactly what's going on inside of your unit at all times. The times will fluctuate depending on what you have plugged in.
Right.
Obviously, things that pull heat, it's going to drain the power more quickly. Stuff like, you know, your lights and lamps and things like that, it'll last much longer.
And I think that's really important, because I think so often you can see that and think, well, if the hairdryer drops it down to an hour. But really, I mean, take a look at what you're seeing on your screen here, because look at the fridge. That's what I want you to really look at, because if you think, oh, hairdryer can only run for an hour or 2 hours, so nothing else is going to run longer, look at the fridge. You could run your fridge for 32 hours.
That's a big story.
That's really a really huge story. Even your washer you could run for almost 2 hours as well. So just keep in mind, the reason that Craig plugged in the hairdryer is because it's a device that pulls the most.
Because of the heat.
Yeah, because of the heat. That's going to be pulling kind of more than any other device that you have.
Yeah, and again, these are some other devices that we have here. So the iPhone 13, going to charge it 54 times for you. And some of those other devices, Samsung Galaxy tablet that we have right there, 31 times. Again, when you lose power, you're probably going to charge your phone sporadically. Maybe once or twice you lose power overnight. It's the combination of all of those things. And just to bring us back right here, Rachel, this is one of the key stories as well. When you lose power, oftentimes it doesn't mean that you've lost your Wi-Fi. Your Wi-Fi router's no longer getting electricity from your house, but you could still have that signal. Actually happened in my home this past winter. It was one of those days we had the ice storm. They already shut down school. They told us going to be no school the next day, but there'll be remote school. We woke up, we lost power. My kids were going, woo, we don't have any school, yeah. I said, hold on a second. I brought my EcoFlow, plugged in the Wi-Fi router. The Wi-Fi worked. We were able to make a cup of coffee.
Oh, my gosh.
Also, on the unit we have right here.
You were not their favorite dad that day.
Oh, no, hey, but hey, look. I used to have to go to school in the snow. Uphill both ways, kid. You're going. We're making coffee. We're running the blender right now. We've got the lamp. And I'm going to stand up and walk over here to my right because one of the other things that we have plugged into the EcoFlow here is this refrigerator.
Wow.